2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he will take it back only to about the... Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Giants. And they will not get a... Chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll run on 1st down. Laird, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30, and he's finally down at the 21-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to go up top, and this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Play fake. Here's Prescott. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
53 to Mike. 53.
Now Prescott gets this one to Hill. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. In for the score. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. On 1st down, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 46. Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mahomes firing complete, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Yellow, yellow. Attack.
On the carry, it's Wadley. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Akram Wadley, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
There we go. Go right in. Right 54. Right 54.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Here we go, 46. 46.
Prescott from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy. In the locker room, not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
64, weak.
This is Cohen. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
Attack, attack.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes, he's going to have the 1st down past the 20. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run. This is Cohen. Levante David in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's get it.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? On play action, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. It's caught. Shepard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go. 4-8. Check. Watch 54. Here we go. 46.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott finds his tight end Ingram. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Flush to his right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Shepard deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone, and they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now look at him go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken at his 4. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Looking to throw. Prescott. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 12 yards on the return that time, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 41 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Stephon Diggs. His first touchdown of the new season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. It's hauled in by Shepard. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Barkley. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word. But if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop. Because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, 46. You don't want to see me. Here we go, 54. Go 26.
On play action, Prescott rolling to his right. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Touchdown, Giants.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point good by Hopkins. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost...
Oh, no, he lost the football. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd and 10. Mahomes, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Stephon Diggs with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This one taken just inside the 10. Left side. Touchdown, Giants. He goes 91 yards on the kick return. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored one.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack to lose that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack on first down, Mahomes, and they'll bring him down right around the 13. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on fourth down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Kill. 47.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. A quick throw. Here's Shepard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. We'll get this out to Barkley complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Prescott steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Check. Kill.
Prescott off play action. They'll roll him out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack, and he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Marlon Mack, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Hop Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for me. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Lorenzo Carter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now Mahomes. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Laird, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Here we go. 53, Mike. I'm coming.
Now a toss play. This is Mack. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Marlon Mack with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Mahomes to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. One final try for Mahomes. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. A big offensive explosion helped